Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So I said yesterday it was going to be an interesting 24 hours, and I had no idea how true that statement was going to be. It is official. Cheese and Kraken are riding together. They are out. One day after Kraken attorney Sidney Powell accepted a plea deal and agreed to cooperate with the district attorney, Fani Willis, in that Georgia RICO case, attorney Kenneth Chesebro tapped out. As I mentioned yesterday, jury selection started this morning for the trial that was scheduled to begin as soon as that process was complete. Well, as with Powell, Chesebro took a plea for a lesser crime, and he received basically a slap on the wrist as well, in exchange for his guilty plea to one felony count of conspiracy to file false documents and to testify truthfully against all of his co-defendants. Chesebro will receive a sentence of 3 to 5 years probation, a $1,000 fine, $5,000 in restitution, and 100 hours of community service. It's technically 5 years of probation, but they said if he cooperates fully, if he doesn't violate any of the terms of his probation, he can request a 2-year reduction. Chesebro also has to write a letter of apology. He said he already has done so. That goes to the Georgia residents. And as for what Chesebro is admitting to, his written plea includes his admission that he played a key role in the fake elector scheme, and he conceded that the purpose of that scheme was to disrupt the certification of the votes and Joe Biden's election. Chesebro also admitted to being at the Capitol on January 6, but following the plea hearing, Chesebro's attorney claimed that the plea deal, quote, proves that he was not and never was the architect of any sort of fake elector plan or anything like that. And then he said that he didn't expect Chesebro to be called as a witness in any of these trials because, quote, he didn't snitch on anyone. He simply decided it was time for him to put this behind him and go on with his life. Okay. I'm going to throw the bullshit flag on that one because you don't plead guilty to a felony as an attorney unless you know that they have sufficient evidence to put you behind bars. It's that simple. And the prosecutor, the DA, is not going to let you plead down to one crime and give you a slap on the wrist with no prison time unless you give up the goods on other people that they want more. So he can, shovel that BS all day long. I'm not buying it. And here's the thing, too. Chesebro is already implicating some of his co-defendants, including Trump, including others. According to the Washington Post, Chesebro's plea contains details about Trump, Giuliani, 3 other attorneys that were involved in this whole coup plot, and a campaign operative. So this is good news all around. 3 out of the original 19 have now taken plea deals. They will all be cooperating, which means the window for the deals is closing quickly. They better step up, the rest of these people. And especially, with Sidney Powell, basically people like Kathy Latham, that Misty Hampton, the ones who work with the Coffee County Elections Office, they're done. Like, she is going to give them up in a heartbeat. She probably already has. They did her bidding. They were the puppets, and she was the puppet master. So they're done. The others better step up. Once the DA has enough evidence to use against people like Trump, Mark Meadows, Giuliani, a few of the other big fish, they have no need to let anyone else off with a slap on the wrist. There is no benefit to them. They may as well take them to trial, get a jury to convict them, and send them to prison. So they better hurry up. They better get to getting. And this also strengthens any case, I would think, that the special counsel might bring. He's already brought charges against Trump, but he hasn't brought anything against his co-conspirators. And this is only going to add to it. And all the information that the Georgia prosecutors get, they can now hand over to Jack Smith. Whoops. In addition, the Georgia prosecutors this is why it's a good thing. They're not going to have to reveal their evidence and all of their case against the other co-defendants in advance of their trials. So that's one benefit to the DA, to not having to go to trial with these two people before anyone else. You know, that would just expose everything that they plan to do, all of their arguments and everything else. So that's really a positive. You know, I'm quite sure there's a few people who were out there waiting to see how Powell and Chesebro's trial went. So, like I said, that window is closing. They better hurry up. This next week is definitely going to be interesting to see how many other dominoes fall. And then there was additional good news today related to Trump's coup plot. The Michigan Attorney General informed the court that they've reached a cooperation deal with one of the 16 Republicans who signed the fake elector documents for Donald Trump in that state. James Renner accepted a plea deal, and he's agreed to cooperate fully with Attorney General Dana Nessel's office. Renner had been charged with 8 felony counts, and on Thursday morning, so at the same time Sidney Powell was taking her plea, this guy also was getting off the hook. The Attorney General told the judge that her office was going to be dropping all of the charges in exchange for Renner's testimony against his co-defendants. So he's agreed to tell the prosecutors everything that went down that day, December 14th, when they all got together to sign the fake elector documents. And he's going to give them any and all relevant documents that was part of the agreement. So justice and karma might be slow, but it eventually shows up. So this was a great week for justice and karma. All right, everyone, I will let you know when I hear more, because I have a feeling we're going to hear a lot next week. All right, have a great weekend. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Links are below in the description box on YouTube and the podcast. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.